As a sex coach for men, I know that the average guy is a good guy. I know that if you are watching this channel and you are subscribed to my videos, it's because you want to be a great lover to women. But if you are engaging in any of the behaviors that I am about to discuss, you might be ruining your chances with women before they even get a chance to know you. And I hope that after watching this video and going through all 10 of these items, you feel more confident about hitting on women because you know for sure that you're not engaging in any of these 10 creepy behaviors, and therefore, pat on the back, go forward and hit on the ladies, friends. All right, in this video, the top 10 creepy behaviors that women hate. Now, what is a creepy behavior? Well, according to a couple researchers out at Knox College, being creeped out is the result of an inbuilt threat detector, a detector that lets women in particular know that something is off by giving us feelings of confusion, unpleasantness, or just plain chills. And women also, by the way, can be creepy, but according to their research, about 95.3% of participants stated that men were more likely to be creepy than women. So guys, the odds are already stacked against you, but this is actually a good thing because these creepy behaviors let women know who they absolutely do not want to sleep with, hopefully making space for you to come in and non-creepily get into their pants, consensually get into their pants. So let's talk about why creepiness matters. Okay, so you're a dude and you go around sizing up the threat of other guys. But women, we don't have that same luxury. We're sizing up for guy who could hurt us versus guy who could also hurt us versus guy who could really hurt us. Women are constantly calculating that about half of the whole population, meaning men, could be a threat to our physical safety. Now, are you understanding why creepiness is such an important factor? Because guess what? We don't have a whole lot of information when we're first meeting a guy to size him up. So we're constantly in this position of using all of the data that we can about you to decide whether or not we're going to take things further. We are constantly calculating. And these 10 creepy things put men into the risk, alert, red flag, stay away category because we need to be able to categorize men very, very quickly and decide whether or not they are worth our time. Even though most guys are not inherently creepy, being creepy is totally the worst and it sends up all the red flags. The other side of this, of course, is that some guys go so far to avoid being creepy that they actually hold themselves back. Like they actually don't let women know that they're interested and available for making out, dating, sexing, going back to her place and being a responsible guy who gets consent and is bomb in bed because he subscribes to this channel so he knows how to be an amazing lover. So I'm here today to give you a real woman and a real professional sex coach's perspective on creepy behavior. In fact, I got together with some of my closest girlfriends and we came up with our list of the top 10 creepy behaviors that women hate the most. All right, without further ado, the 10 things to avoid in order to not come off as creepy. Number 1, not respecting her no. Women say no in a lot of different ways. We physically distance ourselves from someone. We stop responding to messages or conversations. We don't give direct answers, or we won't advance the conversation by continuing to ask questions. Or maybe we'll try to exit a conversation entirely by saying thanks, good night, gotta go, have a boyfriend, see you later, etc. All right, creepy behavior number 2. Focusing on our bodies, essentially treating us like an object instead of a person, commenting, complimenting, or criticizing our body, our clothes, our hair, our makeup, or complimenting and criticizing that of other women. It lets us know that you don't really see us as people as much as meat suits, and that's a big turnoff. Number 3, touching without consent. Now, I understand that not all consent is verbal, and sometimes a woman's approaching you with open arms, and yes, giving her a hug is exactly what open arm consent coming in for the hug means. I want a hug from you. But enforcing a hug on her, asking her, why don't you hug me? Telling her to give you a hug. Those are all examples of violating her consent. If you want to touch her, ask her, can I touch you here? Do you want me to touch you there? Is it okay if I touch you in this way? I love it when someone asks me if I want a hug because it gives me an opportunity to really earnestly say yes or really earnestly say no. It is a way of building trust. And when someone says no, the best thing you can do is say, cool, thank you for taking care of yourself. The same is also true for kissing. If you're not sure if she wants to kiss you or not, just ask. Hey, do you want to kiss me? Hey, would it be all right if I kissed you? It's not rocket science and it doesn't ruin the mood. In fact, I believe that it creates a very, very, very attractive mood, and that is one of safety. All right, creepy behavior number 4, too much eye contact, not enough eye contact. Basically, I think the best way to gauge if you are making enough eye contact is to match the amount of eye contact that the person who you are talking to is offering. If you're speaking to someone who gives you a lot of eye contact, great. Meet her there without staring endlessly. It is appropriate for you to look away every so often. But if she is looking over here and looking over there and she's not good at making eye contact herself, then it's okay for you to break a little bit less eye contact with her because obviously that's her level of comfort. Number 5, asking invasive questions too soon. Do you live alone? Do you have a dog? Like a big one, like a scary one, like for security. Do you have a boyfriend? But basically, when you're connecting with a woman, just remember that you are connecting to a fellow human being. And even if you find out later that she is married or engaged or she has a boyfriend, you're still getting an opportunity to connect with another human being. And if she is already spoken for, then you get to practice your flirting skills. No harm, no foul. Anything that happened up until you learned about that is fair game. So go out there and practice flirting and connecting, and don't ask those invasive questions too soon. This brings me to number 6, which is being too rehearsed. Using lines from pickup artists and telling super stale jokes. Now, there is a time and a place. If you are very new to talking to women in public, if it is like just your first week or even like your first year of getting up the guts to talk to strange women, then sometimes having a line or a tactic can really work. One of my favorite pickup lines is, hey, do you know where the nearest coffee shop is? Because it can start a conversation and it doesn't feel super stale. But if you've ever seen someone tell that joke like, hey, did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Those lines don't work. They are a red flag for us because they're inauthentic. I would way rather that you go up to a woman and go, hey, I feel kind of nervous telling you this, but I think you're really attractive and I wanted to know if I could buy you a drink. That line is authentic. It's vulnerable. It lets me know the truth about the person who I'm talking to. And it lets me know that he was kind of nervous asking that question. If I'm vibing with you, I will let you know. And your being nervous is not going to be a deal breaker for me. It actually is going to let me know that you're going to tell me the truth about other things and that you're probably an authentic and honest person in general. And if that feels a little bit too vulnerable for you, trying something like, hey, I couldn't help but notice your cool, very loud earrings, choosing something that is not directly related to the stuff that she was born with, i.e. beautiful eyes, great hair, wonderful skin. These things are nice, but we didn't choose them. I didn't ask to get born with beautiful blue cult leader eyes, and therefore complimenting me on them doesn't really let me know anything that you like about me as a person so much as something you like about my DNA. So letting me know instead that you like something that I chose, such as my earrings, that compliment is going to land way better, and it gives us an opportunity to talk. I can tell you the story of where they came from. All right, number 7, flirting or hitting on someone who cannot escape. Your Lyft driver, a barista at a coffee shop, the cute new pharmacist at your local pharmacy. These people are in a service position where their job is to service you and you are the customer. And therefore, they really can't be rude to you. They will feel weird saying no because they are in an unequal power position to you, and they can't really leave. Like, you can come into the coffee shop and creep on her every single day and ask her out every single day. And what is she supposed to do? Like, quit her job? It's just not fair. It's poor ethics. Please do not do it. The only situation in which it is okay ever to connect with one of these professionals in this environment is if you will never see them again. And I highly recommend all you do is write your number on a piece of paper and say, hey, I'd love to take you out sometime. Here's how to get in touch with me. And then leave, walk away, and never ever visit that Starbucks again. And if she wants to get in touch with you, she will. And then finally, put this one in bold and underline it. It is very important. I hear it all the time from women. the gym. We are not at the gym to find our boyfriends. We are at the gym to uncover our deeply seated goddess muscles and have really strong pelvic floors or build sexy sculpted arms or whatever. We're at the gym. We're at the gym. It is a vulnerable location where we are not wearing a whole bunch of clothing, and it is not appropriate for you to hit on us at the gym. You can let us know that you are available for talking to. You can make eye contact and smile and then look away. And if she is interested in you, she will find a way to get into your line of motion and interrupt you and start some sort of conversation. So all you have to do is make yourself available to her and let her lead the way. Number 8. Getting sexual too quickly. This was actually in that research as one of the creepiest traits. Sending unsolicited dick pics. Getting into an online dating chat where you just move the conversation to sex way too soon. A lot of guys do this. I think it's something about the impersonality of doing a dating app. But if you wouldn't say it to a woman who's sitting in front of you at a restaurant, don't say it to her over text message. And hopefully you would never just whip out your dick and show it to her at a restaurant either. So definitely don't do that over text message either. We want to have a sexual conversation with you. And certainly it is important for you if you're dating someone to have a conversation to make sure that they're on the same page with you sexually. But timing that conversation is super important. And bringing it up too soon is a super red flag for us. Number 9, and this one is of critical importance, restricting our movement in any way. Preventing us from leaving a space. Using your size and strength to block us or prevent our freedom of movement is creepy. It's one of the all-time creepiest things that you can do. One of the weirdest, creepiest, rapiest things that men do is prevent us from having full body autonomy by blocking our exit or telling us where we are to go or stand or picking us up and moving us. Don't do this. I'm pretty sure that in most places this is actually illegal and could be considered assault. Do not touch us, block us, or prevent us from escaping. There are no circumstances in which that is okay. I don't care if you're married to this woman. Preventing her from exercising her body autonomy is wrong. And then that brings me to number 10, which is enclosing on our personal space. If you get closer to a woman, or a man for that matter, and she steps back, do not then step even closer. And if you notice that as you are getting closer to her, she keeps getting further back, for God's sake, stop getting closer, stop approaching. Imagine we've all had the experience of someone with really bad breath getting in our face and breathing all over us and we can't escape. One of the biggest things that I hope you take from this video is just paying really close attention to what you're doing and to how it is impacting the person who you're talking to. This extra little bit of awareness, which does take time, does take energy, does take practice to hone, is so worthwhile because it will not just benefit you in hitting on women or benefit you in being in a relationship with a woman. It literally will benefit you in every aspect of your life. So consider the above and please leave a comment which one of these surprised you the most or which ones did I miss? Like what are some other creepy things that you have noticed other guys doing? Leave those in the comments and we'll create a guide for all of the good dudes out there who just don't want to be creepy when they hit on women. And this is really important because I want you guys to be able to hit on women. Women want you to hit on us. We want you to know that we want to know that you are attracted to us and that you want to date and have sex and get married to us. We want that. And so we want it without these 10 creepy behaviors. And if you are able to avoid these, you shall be in the clear. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know this was probably a lot to take. You are a champion and I love you. I've been Caitlin B and I'll see you here later. Make sure you are subscribed. Bye-bye.